Joseph W. Kraft III is the head of a coal company called Alliance Coal. Nothing wrong with that. Joseph W. Kraft III also loves University of Kentucky Wildcat basketball. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Joseph W. Kraft III loves University of Kentucky Wildcat basketball so much that the school's basketball practice facility is called the Joe Kraft Center in his honor. Sort of in his honor, more like in recognition of just how much money he gave the University of Kentucky to build that practice facility. But now Mr. Kraft is taking it all one step further. According to the agenda of tomorrow's University of Kentucky Board of Trustees meeting tomorrow, Mr. Kraft is willing to bundle together a big fat $7 million donation to the University of Kentucky in order to build a new dorm to house the school's men's basketball team. But he's telling the University of Kentucky that it will not be good enough this time just to put Mr. Kraft's own name on the building. No, this time for $7 million, he wants the word coal to be in the name of the new dorm. Coal. Mr. Kraft is the head of a coal company, and if it's coal company profits that are paying for the basketball dorm, then that dorm better darn well be called the House of Coal Dorm or something. Joining us now to try to make sense of this is Dave Zirin, sports editor for The Nation magazine. Mr. Zirin, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here, Rachel.
When America thinks basketball, America thinks black lung. What is this? What does this mean?
This is a bad idea for three reasons, and there may be more, but there are three that I came up with right away. The first one is that the dorm itself, according to university guidelines, is actually going to be run on green energy, and yet it's going to be called the Wildcat Coal Lodge. I mean, that's like opening a vegetarian restaurant and calling it McDonald's. It makes no sense. The second thing, which is just ridiculous, is what a terrible name for your dorm, the Coal Lodge. If I was an incoming freshman, I would ask, where's the butter churner and the pot-bellied stove? It's terrible. Where do you live? The Coal Lodge. Third reason is that to build this dorm, they're going to be tearing one down that's called the Joe B. Hall Lodge. For viewers who don't know, Joe B. Hall, he was born in Kentucky. He went to Kentucky. He played for Kentucky. He coached Kentucky to a national championship. The guy has done everything for Kentucky except put on a saddle and run in the Derby. And this is such a disrespect to Joe B. Hall. They have to step in and do something.
Well, when you think about the transition, what it means about American college athletics to go from Joe B. Hall with the resume that you just described to, you know, the coal hut or whatever it's going to be, what does that say about the power of industry in college athletics right now? Or is it not so much even a quantitatively different thing, but a qualitatively different level of involvement?
It says something very scary, and this to me, you're crossing a serious line, because we all know that on a lot of campuses, there are corporate naming rights on the stadiums. Like University of Maryland, right down from where I am, people play at the Comcast Center. That's where they play. But to actually put a brand name on a dorm, I mean, then you're getting into something a little bit scary. Like, is the Kennedy School of Government going to be Goldman Sachs presents the Kennedy School of Government? It really rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I mean, once again, imagine you're a freshman and you say, hey, come to my dorm. It's called Smith Hall by Menon. And you have to say that every time you go to your dorm. I mean, you keep corporate branding off the campuses, please, no matter how much money you give.
I understand that some students are already petitioning against this on the University of Kentucky campus. Are they going to get final say in this, or is this going to be the athletic department? Who decides these things?
No, this is going to be the school president, Lee Todd, who, by the way, is a former executive at IBM. He hasn't been on a college campus teaching since the early 1980s, so this is a business decision. But it's interesting, the coalition on campus of people who are fighting this, it's environmentalists, but it's also students who are basketball fans. And it's also students who are like, look, we want Kentucky to be a school that speaks to the 21st century, not the 19th century. We don't want to live in a dorm called coal.
Dave Zirin, sports editor at The Nation. You're a good man. Thanks for joining us tonight, Dave.
My privilege, Rachel.